Hello, everyone. This week we're going to talk about regular expressions. And in the lab, while there's a little bit of Python work for parts 3 and parts 4 where you're going to write a loop, most of the work you're going to do this week revolves around finding patterns in text. I've assigned Chapter 7 in Automate the Boring Stuff for Python, as well as a later chapter in the National Cyberwatch Scripting for Cybersecurity book. And you'll notice a lot of the work. Yes, there's some calls in Python you make, but most of the work is involved in a new, we'll call it a language or expression that you'll write called regular expressions. So why would we want to do this? Oftentimes in data, we see repetition, we see patterns. So for instance, we know in the US a phone number is 10 digits. It's 3 digits followed by a dash, 3 digits, another dash, and 4 digits. We know a social security number is 3 digits followed by a dash, 2 digits, a dash, and then 4 digits. Every time we want to analyze large chunks of data, we want to look for patterns. And regular expressions allows ways to validate data and extract data out of larger data sets. So in the chapter of the book in Automate the Boring Stuff, it begins with a little bit of Python code, and it talks about phone numbers to start. It says, okay, if we're not going to use regular expressions, what will it take to extract a phone number out of a string of text? And the function alone is, let's see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 12, 15, 17 lines of code. And that doesn't cover all cases. That covers a standard phone number with hyphens, with an area code. That's a lot of work. And when you start getting into larger and larger data sets, number one, it's going to be a lot of code for each thing you want to find. And two, it's very inefficient. And regular expressions are compiled and then interpreted and allow for a more efficient way of scanning text. So how does this all work? Well, within Python, you can write a regular expression. We'll go through that, but let's just talk about regular expressions first. Regular expressions are strings that define a particular pattern that you're looking for. So I recommend and highly recommend that you look at ways to test your regular expressions. Um, so I use a website called regexer, regexr.com. And what this website does is it allows you to test regular expressions against various text. So you see down here, I have a phone number, 216-555-5555. And in the book, if you go down to finding patterns of text with regular expressions, the second set or second section in the chapter, it talks about a specific regular expression you can create using the \d, which stands for a digit. So here we can test what they've talked about in the book. So I put in the text section, if you're on this website, type in text, type in a phone number, and the expression area is where we'll write the expression. So if I type \d, \d, right now it's going to match everything that's 3 digits. So here, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. It's found 3 matches in the code, or in the text. Now I can do this further and say, okay, match 3 digits, a hyphen, and 3 digits. It can perform this match as well. And if I want the full phone number, I can say match 3 digits, and 4 digits, each of those separated by a hyphen. Now that's great. Let me copy some of the text from the book. Uh, since I'm on a virtual machine, I haven't configured it right. So the previous phone number finding program works, but it uses a lot of code to do something limited. And then there's some other words, and then there's 415, 555, 4242. This is a phone number. So as you can see here, we've written a lot of text, and within it, it's highlighted the one match that we have. And we could type in another phone number, also a number. So, like I said, it looks for patterns in the text based on the pattern you defined. So we started off using \D for digits. Also in the book, it shows you a shorthand. So for instance, you could take a character like a digit and use braces. So for instance, we're matching three characters, and four characters, each separated by a hyphen. We can say \D3 hyphen \D3 in brackets and \D4. So what is this saying? It's saying I'm going to have a digit and it's going to be three characters long and they're all going to be digits. A digit, and it's going to be three characters long, another digit, and three characters long. And as you can see in my matches, we've matched the phone numbers as well. So that is for digits. Let's try other characters. So we can also, let's say we want to find money. Okay. Check processed 0101 2020. Let's say you have a ledger from a bank. Check process 0101 2020 4,500. And let's make a couple more of these lines. So for $4,500, and then let's say it's 5,340,500 and 26 cents. So let's say we just want to highlight the money here. Well, we can say, okay, we know if we want to highlight the money, it has to begin with a $sign. So I encourage you to read the textbook this week because certain characters require escape characters, and a $sign is one of them because it has special meaning. All right, so we know it starts with a $sign, and we know it always is going to have a number after the $sign, but there also could be commas and there could be periods. So before, when we had a phone number, we knew that it was just going to be a fixed format where it's going to be three digits followed by a hyphen, three digits followed by a hyphen, etc. So in this case, we can use character classes. And character classes say, okay, I want either specific characters or a range of characters. And you do this using brackets. So I want 0 through 9, or a period, or a comma, and there has to be at least one of them. And I'll explain this in a second, but as you can see, I've highlighted all the money that we've had here. Now, this isn't very efficient. There's probably better ways to do this, but as you can see, it does work and it does highlight the specific dollar values. So how does this work? I say, okay, I want all strings within the larger text, and it has to start with a $sign. And after that $sign, you can have any of these characters. You can either have a number from 0 through 9, a period, or a comma. And as you can see here, all of these cases, 4,500, I have a number, a comma, a number, and a number that fits this definition. Number, number, number for $500, and number, comma, three numbers, comma, three numbers, a period, and 2 digits. This plus sign indicates there at least has to be one match out of this character class. So one or more. So this has been a really broad overview of regular expressions. We'll have specific videos on topics in regular expressions that break all this down, go into detail about character classes, but I wanted to get you started on the concept of what it is. And for some of our lessons, except for the one where we tie it into Python, we're going to use regexr.com. So regexr.com, and you can use it to test your regular expressions.